Saying yeah upstairs, sure. He's saying yeah.
All right. Call to order the Board of Zoning Appeals meeting on Monday, September 15th at 2:30 p.m. I'm going to start by stating the opening statement. The Augusta Board of Zoning Appeals hears and makes decisions on applications for variances in accordance with the powers granted under Section 1-4-88 of the Augusta, Georgia Code. The applicant must provide any scaled drawings or plot plans, including all dimensions, pictures, or any other supporting information at this meeting. Only information presented at this meeting may be used in any future hearings regarding this petition. Any person affected by the board's decision may file an appeal with the Superior Court of Richmond County, Georgia, within 30 days of the decision of the board. The meeting will be conducted in accordance with the board's bylaws and rules of procedure and the latest edition of Robert's Rules of Order, unless otherwise directed by the majority of the board in session at the time. A minimum of 10 minutes shall be afforded for the presentation of data, evidence, and opinions on each side of a petition. If more than 10 minutes is afforded to one side, then an equal amount of time shall be afforded to the other side. The board encourages participation in this hearing, and there is no restriction on whom may address the board within the allotted time. But the board does ask that public comments be brief, on subject, and directed to the board and not any particular individual or group. I'll ask at this time if the fellow board members have had a moment to look over the minutes, and I'll entertain approval of the minutes.
So move.
We have a we have a move from Mr. Brigham and a second from Mr. Rowe. Same. All in favor by show of hands of approval of the minutes? Seeing no opposition, the minutes are approved. If it pleases, we'll go ahead and take the first item on the agenda, please.
Good afternoon. First one, BZA-25-31, a petition by Bray Boardman on behalf of Meg Street Partners LLC requesting a variance from Section 8-1B of the Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance to allow for an increase in height of a front yard wall and fence with a gate from 4 feet to 6 feet across a private road located near 2110 Carnes Place. Staff present.
All right, Kevin Boyd, Development Services Manager. This variance request involves a proposed gate and fence enclosure at the entrance of Carnes Place subdivision. Carnes Place is a private road which serves as the only means of ingress-egress to the subdivision. The applicant requests a variance to increase the fence height and for installation of a 6-foot metal gate fence, which aims to create a secure entry point for the roadway with a section that extends within the required front yards of the subdivision. Staff findings, Section 8-1B of the Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance states that a fence, lattice wall, screen, or wall in a required front yard shall not exceed 4 feet in height. The planned gate fence would be held to the same standard. The proposed gate will be comprised of metal capped with 2 6-foot 10 inches, 16 by 16 brick columns. The properties are currently situated in the R1E zone for that subdivision. Staff observed only a few instances where fencing exceeded the height requirement of front yards in the immediate area. This site is situated in the historic Somerville district. Any new construction or exterior improvements are subject to historic preservation review and approval. The proposed gate will not affect the line of sight for the nearby intersection. There has been some changes to the plan, which I will discuss in a few moments. But this initial proposal that they provide in the application was approved by this body September 16th, 2013, so some time ago. And then it was subsequently approved by HBC October 22nd of 2013, and it received a staff approval back in July 13th of 2022. Staff did not receive any increase concerning this variance request at the time of completion of the staff report. And so if you look on the screen, this is the proposal that was originally submitted last month with their variance application, and it entails a gate being installed along the roadway here, which measures approximately 47 feet from the intersection with Meg Street. And then they had originally proposed a 6-foot black metal fencing along adjacent to the property at the corner. Their plan has changed quite a bit in meeting with one of the property owners, I guess the most affected property owner here. And their request is modified to have the entrance further along Kearney's Place, the private road here. So further away from the intersection with Meg's, they are proposing a 6-foot in height gate, but they're open to reducing it for 4 feet, to 4 feet. The overall goal is to sort of mitigate the inflow of traffic, not necessarily to overly obstruct access, but mainly movement of vehicles. And got some photographs along Meg Street here at the intersection. And this is further down the street where it would be positioned here within the subdivision. That concludes staff's presentation.
Thank you very much, Kevin. If the applicant, Mr. Bray Boardman, is present and would like to address and add anything, now is a great time. Mr. Boardman, if you will, please state your name and address for the record, and then you have 10 minutes.
Yes, Bray Boardman, 2135 Cumming Road, Augusta, Georgia, 30904. As Kevin brought up, we did have an application for this a number of years ago, and were subsequently approved once by the full board, and then second go around we were approved by staff approval. At that time, the HOA and the developers, due to numerous factors, did not decide to go forward with the installation of the gate, even though it was approved, and we did realize at the time that there was an expiration on that. I think one was a year and one was 6 months. So we knew that we let that pass. The HOA and the people living in this subdivision have now overwhelmingly supported the idea and would like to do it. So that's why we filed another application and sent it to y'all. And I apologize to Kevin, but we got our neighbor that he mentioned right to the lower end, right above the word Meg Street. John Robertson and I met last week, and he had some concerns on the 6-foot black metal gate that would run, in our proposal, run up the property line. And after talking with him and talking with the developer, we moved, or at least in the proposal to y'all, we moved the gate all the way back to the front of the subdivision, further away from Meg Street, further away from vehicular traffic and from sight lines. And then I think what's most significant is we removed the 6-foot metal fencing, all of that goes along the property line with Mr. Robertson's property. And he was very satisfied with that, and is supportive of us moving the gate where we have it. So in short, really what we're asking for is just to eliminate the 6-foot metal fencing along the property line and move the entrance gate that y'all have a plan for further back up to into the subdivision. And I'd like to note that too, where the new proposed location is, it matches up perfectly with two existing brick walls that we have into the subdivision. One has the plaque that has Carnes Place on it, and the other is along the property line. So, and I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Boardman. If you wouldn't mind hanging out, we're going to check real quick. Just anyone present in opposition of this application? Seeing none, staff, did you?
I'm not in opposition, but I'm John Robertson, of which Mr. Boardman spoke, and everything he said is proper and true with our discussions.
Thank you very much, Mr. Robertson.
And who is he?
He's the homeowner that Mr. Boardman was talking about directly adjacent to the property. Correct. Thank you, sir. Staff, did you get any complaints or any questions about the application? Just the letter from the neighbor that's been resolved? Yes. Excellent, thank you. All right, I'll open it up to the board for any questions that you may have of Mr. Boardman.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
we did receive one inquiry with regards to this application, but there wasn't anything for, he didn't really say he was for or against, but there was one additional inquiry.
Okay. Appreciate it. All right, Mr. Brigham?
Mr. Boardman,
Sir.
Kevin said something about maybe 4 foot instead of 6. What are your thoughts on that?
We, in light of the fact that we would like to eliminate the entire 6-foot tall metal fencing along the property line, we would like to stay with just the 6-foot gate as in our drawing if we could. But we also want to work with y'all best. But we were just hoping, since we did eliminate that Mike could see to granting us the 6-foot over the 4-foot just for the gate portion.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Williams?
Can we get staff's recommendation?
Yes, the Planning and Development staff recommends approval of the variance request with the following condition. Number 1, allow for a 6-foot gate and fence at the main entrance of the Carnes Place subdivision. Number 2, shall receive approval from the Historic Preservation Commission prior to construction of the fence and gate. This concludes Planning and Development staff recommendation.
Mr. Boardman, do you agree with staff's recommendation?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I just wanted, is it the 6-foot and 4-foot fence, 6-foot gate, 4-foot fence, or is it 6-foot gate and 6-foot fence? I'm just trying to figure out which one it is.
I believe the applicant gave us a specific answer, but I believe what we're looking at is a 6-foot gate that's going to be tied into an existing fence. Is that correct?
An existing brick wall that, and I should say the brick wall, John, what would you say? Is that probably 6 to 8 feet tall?
Nearly 6 feet tall itself.
Yeah.
It's already there.
Clarity on that.
No, that's a great question.
I make a motion to approve with staff's recommendation.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. The motion was from Ms. Williams, second from Mr. Rowe. All in favor by show of hands for approval? That's unanimous. Thank you very much. You'll have your paperwork in the mail.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate your consideration.
You bet. We'll move right along to the next item on the docket, please.
All right. Number 2, BZA-25-32, a petition by Catherine Claffey requesting a variance from the Section 8-4A of the Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance to decrease the required 10-foot side yard setbacks to 5 feet on the property located at 3206 Montpelier Drive. Staff presents.
Good afternoon, Ashley Catterton, Development Services Administrator. This request involves a 0.73 acre tract located at 3206 Montpelier Drive. This property is currently zoned R1, a single-family residential, and it's situated in the Almond Place neighborhood. This applicant is seeking a variance to reduce the side yard setback from 10 feet to 5 feet, and this is to allow for an accessory building. For staff findings, the lot is approximately 125 feet in width and 191 feet depth of approximately I'm so sorry, fearable of depth of approximately 191 feet to 244 feet in depth, which is the average lot size compared to many of the properties surrounding this neighborhood. According to Section 84A of the Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance, it requires lots of having a width of 70 feet or less that must have 2 side yards that cannot have less than 10 feet for their side yards. The proposed accessory building would not extend into the required side yard setback of 10 feet, which resulting in 5 foot side yard setback. The requested side yard setback of 5 feet would be an approximate 50% reduction, and approval of this request would not exceed the maximum 30% allowable lot coverage of the property. And at the time of completion of this report, there were no inquiries that were received by staff. And that concludes staff's report.
Thank you very much. If a representative or Catherine Claffey is present, and we'll ask you to just come back up to the podium here. And you'll have up to 10 minutes to add anything that you'd like to the application. If you would, just state your name and address for the record.
I am Catherine Claffey. I live at 3206 Montpelier Drive, and I'm here with my husband, Jim. We had extensive damage from the hurricane, and we're having to re-landscape front and backyard. Our next-door neighbor lost all their trees in the back. We lost a significant amount, and we're having huge drainage issues. So when we redo the backyard, we're putting in an extensive French drain system to be able to handle the water table issues that we're having. We would like to add a shed and a greenhouse in one corner of each of those structures to stay off of the French drains. Goes over that 10-yard side. On the east side, it goes a couple feet over. And so we're requesting this variance so that we can put those structures in place and not have to interfere with the French drains in case we have to do further work with them. In the future, we included in the application a letter from our side neighbor and our backyard neighbor who are in support of what we're doing. So we request that you guys please approve the variance request.
Thank you very much, Ms. Claffey. If you wouldn't mind just staying nearby in case there's any further questions. Do we have any opposition present to this application? Seeing none, I'll turn to staff. Did we receive any opposition via email or letters? Also seeing none. Can we go ahead and get staff recommendation real quick?
Sure. The Planning and Development staff recommends denial of the variance request as it does not meet all the criteria for granting variance established in Section 33 of the Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance as amended. Should the board move approve the applicant request, staff recommends the following condition. Number 1, allow for a 5 foot side yard setback on the east side of the property to allow for the accessory building as proposed. This concludes staff recommendation.
All right, I'll open up the questions to anybody on the board. Mr. Rowe. Oh, sorry.
I got a motion if you're ready for it.
I'll take one. Oh, hold on, I'm seeing a question. Okay. Mr. Brigham.
Ms. Claffey, do you agree to the conditions?
So I'm not sure I understood. Was the recommendation a denial with a 5 foot?
The recommendation is standardly is a denial.
Oh, okay.
Okay. If approved as a condition that we only have a 5 foot setback on the east side, I believe that's what your request for.
Yes, that is what I'm
So
requesting.
you would agree to that condition?
Yes.
Thank you.
I motion that we approve the variance based with staff recommendation.
Second.
Motion from Mr. Rowe, second from Mrs. Williams. All in favor by show of hands? It's unanimous. You will have your letters in the mail.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. We'll chug right along to the next one, please.
BZA-25-33, a petition by Geraldine O'Meara on behalf of Edward Robinson, requesting a variance from Section 8-4E of the Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance to increase the maximum accessory building square foot area from 500 square feet to 1,120 square feet on the property located at 2344 McDowell Street. Staff presents.
Hello again. Ashley Catterton, Development Services Administrator. And this variance request involves a 0.36 acre property that is currently zoned single-family residential, and this is situated in the Somerville Historic District. The applicant is seeking a variance to allow for the construction of a 1,120 square foot detached garage to store vehicles because they currently do not have one. According to the Augusta-Richmond County Tax Assessor's Office, the 2,305 square foot residence was constructed in 1941. For staff's findings, the lot is approximately 100 feet wide and 164 feet deep. The property, as I mentioned, currently does not have a garage or carport structure. According to Section 84E of the Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance, it states that for lots of 10,000 square feet or larger, the maximum size is greater 500 square feet or 3% of the lot, whichever is greater. And this lot is approximately 15,682 square feet. Therefore, the lot is larger than 10,000 square feet, which allows for the maximum size of 500 square feet for an accessory building structure. The proposed detached garage addition exceeds this 500 square foot maximum accessory gross building floor area by 620 square feet, which is approximately 124%. Approval of this request would not exceed the maximum 30% allowable lot coverage for single-family zoning. The subject property is not within any wetlands or situated in any special flood hazard areas. And that concludes staff's presentation, and there are no inquiries either. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Catterton. Is Geraldine O'Meara present, please? If you will, please, you know the drill now. State your name and address for the record, and you have 10 minutes.
Geraldine O'Meara, 2344 McDowell Street. I wasn't 100% prepared to present more than was in my application. However, we would like a 3-car garage with a little additional workspace so that we can maintain our property as well as protect our vehicles. There are multiple surrounding non-conforming structures in our neighborhood, and I obtained letters from all affected neighbors in support of our proposed garage. We recognize that we live in Somerville and there may be other restrictions as deemed by the Historic Preservation Society, and we're willing to comply.
Thank you very much. If you wouldn't mind just hanging out in case there's any questions. Is there any opposition present for this application? Seeing none, I'll turn to staff. I know Ms. Catterton said we did not receive any. All right.
8 letters in your...
Other than the 8 letters of support, correct? All right, can we go ahead and get staff's recommendation on this?
Sure. The Planning and Development staff recommends denial of the variance request as it does not meet the criteria established in Section 33 of the Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance of Augusta, Georgia as amended. Should the board move to approve the applicant request, the staff recommends the following conditions. Allow for the installation of 1,120 square foot accessory building on the property. The accessory building structure will be comprised of the same building materials and or aesthetics as the primary residence. The applicant acknowledged the Section 8-4F of the Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance, which outlines the following. Accessory building will not be designed and used for a residential purpose. The accessory building will not contain sleeping or cooking facility. The accessory building may not be used to conduct home occupations or serve as a home office. If separate electrical service is determined, an additional variance will be required. Approval of the certificate of appropriateness from the Historic Preservation Commission is required prior to construction of the accessory building on this property. That concludes staff recommendations.
Thank you very much, staff. Ms. O'Meara, before we move to questions from this board, I just wanted to make sure, in the event that we do make a motion to approve, are you agreeable to those conditions as stated?
Yes.
Noting that that is a yes. All right, I'll open it up to the board for any questions. All right.
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
All right. Ms. Williams made the motion, and I'm going to give the second to Mr. Brigham this time. Give Mr.
No problem.
Rowe a little break. All right. We have a motion and a second to approve with the conditions as stated by staff's recommendation. All in favor, show of hands. 1, 2, 3. Keep them up, please. All right. All opposed? 1 abstention. All right. You have your approval. Thank you so much. Your letter will be in the mail.
I appreciate it.
We appreciate you. All right. We will take the next item on the docket, please.
All right. Number 6, BZA-25-35, a petition by Rigoberto Mendez Rodriguez requesting a variance from Section 8-4E to increase the maximum accessory building square footage area from 1,200 square feet to 4,280 square feet on the properties located at 1105 and 1101 Horseshoe Road. Staff represent.
Amanda Cruz, Planner 1. This variance request involves approximately 1.76 acres located at 1101 and 1105 Horseshoe Road. The properties are zoned agriculture and situated in the Horseshoe Farms neighborhood. The applicant seeks a variance to increase the maximum total accessory building square foot area from the permitted 1,200 square feet to 4,280 square feet to allow for an already constructed metal pole barn and storage shed. Moving into the staff findings, there is an active code enforcement case, CEIP 2025-000-2497, for an unlawful structure built without the proper building permits. This case relates to the metal pole barn that is on the property. Section 2 of the Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance defines the use of an accessory building as being incidental to that of a main building on the same lot, or of which it forms an integral part to the same lot main building. The metal pole barn that has been constructed is not on the same lot as the main residence. Therefore, by definition, it cannot be an accessory building. The applicant proposes to combine 1101 and 1105 Horseshoe Road into one parcel, which wouldn't meet the definition of an accessory building. Section 8-4E of the Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance states that the maximum total gross floor area of all accessory buildings on a lot shall be based on the area of the lot which they are located. For lots 10,000 square feet or larger, the maximum size is the greater of 500 square feet or 3% of the lot area, but never more than 1,200 square feet. This would allow for a maximum total gross floor area of an accessory building at 1,200 square feet. The combined total of 4,280 square feet of gross floor area exceeds the allowed maximum by approximately 357%. The applicant states that the sole purpose of the proposed metal pole barn is to provide a safe area to store equipment, preventing damage from weather elements and prolonging its longevity. The proposed accessory building will have electrical service, but no water. Approval of this request would not exceed the maximum 30% allowable lot coverage in the agricultural zoning. And at the time of completion of the report, no inquiries were received by staff concerning this variance application. That concludes staff presentation.
Thank you, Ms. Cruz. Is Mr. Mendez or a representative for Mr. Mendez present? Okay. You can add any context that you might like as long as you have the authority to speak on his behalf. Okay. You don't have to address it if you don't want to. Yeah, that's fine. We may have questions, but we'll broach that when we get there. Is there any opposition for this variance present? All right, seeing none. I know at the time of completion there were no complaints. Do we get anything else? Mail, letters? Okay.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Mr. Brigham.
I make a motion that we postpone till the applicant can be present.
There's a motion to postpone until the applicant can be present. We have a second on that?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to postpone to next month until the applicant can be present. All in favor of that motion, show of hands. All right, all opposed? Seeing none, we'll move this to next month. Sir, will you please let your dad know that we'd like to see them next month? Thank you very much. All right, we'll take the next one on the docket, please.
All right, number 7, BZA-25-36, petition by Bradford Mary on behalf of LMP Properties, LLC, requesting a variance from Section 8-8A of the Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance to reduce the required front yard setbacks from 25 feet to 17 feet on property located at 3002 Spring Creek Drive. Staff presents.
Brian Kepner, zoning administrator. This variance request involves a 0.27 acre property, which is zoned R1A, one family residential, and is situated in the Spring Creek Village subdivision. The applicant seeks to reduce the front yard setback from the required 25 feet to 17 feet to allow for the construction of a single family residence. This property is located at the intersection of Willis Foreman Road and Spring Creek Drive. This lot within the Spring Creek Village subdivision is long and narrow, with the west side property line along Willis Foreman Road being approximately 30 feet, the east side property line being approximately 80 feet, and the width of the lot along Spring Creek Drive is of approximately 170 feet. Most of the lots within the Spring Creek Village subdivision have lot depths of an average of 100 feet or more, and an average lot width of approximately 80 feet. Section 8-8A of the Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance requires a front yard setback of 25 feet. The proposed single-family home of approximately 1,600 square feet would encroach 8 feet into the required front yard setback, resulting in a 17-foot front setback. The requested front yard setback to 17 feet would be approximately a 30% reduction. At the time of completion of the report, one inquiry had been received concerning this specific application, and that concludes staff's presentation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kepner. If the applicant is present or a representative, thank you very much. And if you will, just, state your name, your address, and that you have the authority to speak on behalf of the applicant, and you will have 10 minutes.
Yes, sir. Thank you. My name is Bradford W. Mary Jr. I live at 4 Somerset Court, Augusta, Georgia, 30909.
You may add anything that you'd like at this time.
Our goal is to get these 3 lots where builders can build on them. We've got a builder this morning that committed to taking down the subdivision. These 3 lots would complete the subdivision. Without these setbacks, the homes can't be built there, and that's why we're here.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mary. If you wouldn't mind just hanging out in case we have any further questions.
Absolutely.
Is there any opposition in this application today? All right, thank you. Are you all part of the same neighborhood? All right, if you wouldn't mind, so let's elect one spokesperson to bring up, and I'll have you use this podium over here. And if you don't mind, we'll just take your name and address.
Yes, good day. My name is Kimberly Gathers. My address is 3225 Woodlands Drive, and I want to correct you on what you just said,
Ma'am,
which
real
was
quick.
incorrect.
Excuse me, ma'am. Sorry, real quick.
Sorry.
The statements of power states that you keep all comments directed at the board.
I want
Thank
to
you.
make a correction to what he just stated. He stated that the 3 homes that he is trying to build on will complete the neighborhood. That is incorrect. We have 16 empty lots in our neighborhood. Okay, the 3 lots that he's trying to build on right now are, the first one we're speaking of right now, 3002 Spring Creek Drive, is immediately when you come into the neighborhood. If you take away, what is he trying to take away? From 25 feet to 17 feet, it'll be like directly onto the main highway almost. And there will be no backyard or side yard. That would impede the uniformity of our subdivision, because all of the houses that we have right now, all of them have 2-car garages and have a driveway where at least 4 cars can park in the driveway. That's what I have to say so far on that behalf.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'll give you an opportunity if you'd like to speak on behalf of any further details.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. All right. Yes, Ms. Williams.
So I see, she spoke on behalf of the neighborhood. So all of you all in agreement with what was said?
Okay. Any further questions? Mr. Turner?
Mr. Chair, just a couple of questions, and this might be best answered by staff, but the requested variance is for front yard setback, but the background says to reduce the rear yard setback. Can we get confirmation on that, please?
That is my faux pas.
Thank you, sir.
I initially, when I wrote the report, we were discussing with the applicant a rear setback. And then as we got more into it, determined that it was the front yard setback. So that is my error.
Sure, Mr. Kepler, thank you. And a second question, Mr. Chair. We just want to confirm that we're talking about a setback for Spring Creek Drive, not the setback that fronts Willis Foreman.
Correct. That would be for the front yard because, yes, that would be the one requested setback, yes.
Because there could be future development of Willis Foreman widening, and we just want to make sure that, my question is more about the future and would this setback impact if there's property already sitting there. But I think from the photos, we're seeing that this property will be built to the kind of back into the neighborhood, not there right at the corner. So I just want to confirm that that is correct.
Well, this first lot, 302, is on the corner of Willis Foreman and
That makes it a double frontage?
right, makes it double frontage. But the request is for from 25 feet to 17 feet on the road within the subdivision.
Spring Creek.
Thank you.
And it does not encroach on the setbacks that would be a double frontage for Willis Foreman?
Correct.
Thank you. Does that answer your question, Mr. Turner? Yes, sir, thank you. All right, Ms. Chitters?
Oh, thank you. My question to the, correct?
Salesman.
The salesman,
Yes,
okay.
ma'am, from Blanchard and Calhoun.
Okay, your name again?
Bradford.
Bradford.
Mary.
Okay.
Like Merry
My
Christmas.
question to you, I think the opposition was that the homes, I guess, may be smaller than what's out there based upon what you're going to do with the lots in terms of decreasing size. Would that make them smaller?
Yes, ma'am. We have, the lots are about 12,000 square feet.
The lots, okay.
We want to add quality homes to the Richmond County home base.
Okay, and will they have the double-car garage, or will they not? Just asking.
That I don't know. That will be up to the builder.
The builder.
I am not the builder. I am
Okay.
the salesman for the lots.
All right. You want to come back up here, because we're trying to figure out, okay.
Okay. With the uniformity of our, and please forgive me because I am passionate about my community. We are a small community and we take pride in our community. We're a small unity, we take care of our community, and we want it to be, we want the value of our home to stay at what it is. With all of the houses in our community, they're all double-car garages. We would like them all to be built with double-car garages because that will keep the upkeep of the value of the houses in the community. We don't want to, all of the houses in our community are 2,800 square feet or bigger. We don't want to get 1,200, 1,400, 2- and 3-bedroom houses. All of the houses in our community are 4- and 5-bedroom homes. We would like that to continue to be the same as well. I understand that the developers, land is priority now. Everybody wants land, but also we want to make sure that we're doing the right thing. We have, like I said, we have 16 to 18 empty lots in our neighborhood. We have, out of those 16 to 18 lots, we have at least 12 decent lots that you can build good homes on. The lots that you're asking to build home on now are not feasible lots. Those are lots that they know that they couldn't sell. They just bought it because they bought the community, and it's running into another subdivision or another development behind, because behind our subdivision is a trailer lot. So for the one that's coming up next, the one at 3017 and 3019, there is a trailer lot behind it, and it's on a slope, and if you push back to the slope, you're in somebody's backyard. So those are lots that you cannot actually use to build home because they'll just be sitting there and nobody's going to buy it. The one that we're speaking of right now on 3002, if you push lots back, you're in somebody's front yard. Those lots you cannot use. So that's what I'm saying. When I speak the way I speak, I'm speaking because I'm passionate about my neighborhood, and I'm not the only one that's passionate about my neighborhood. If the meeting wasn't on a Monday at 2:30, we would probably have everybody in my neighborhood here. But we are probably the retirees that don't work. Thank God for retirees. But anyway, I want you all to know that we're just not settling for a developer coming in our neighborhood and just putting up anything because they want to make money. We're taking our neighborhood serious.
Thank you, ma'am.
Once again, I yield.
Thank you, ma'am. Well, 1 second. Mr. Rowe?
I have one question. How many vacant lots are there in the community?
14.
14, thank you.
And any other questions? Ms. Williams?
These are the three.
Sorry, go ahead.
These are the three lots that we need setbacks on to be able to put houses on to obey the covenants for Spring Creek subdivision. And that is our goal, is to follow the covenants. We just need the setbacks to put the homes in there to follow the covenants.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Williams?
Mr. Mary, you heard the consensus of the neighborhood.
Yes, ma'am.
Spoke with a lot of passion. And so do you understand their concerns with their investment in their personal homes?
Yes, ma'am.
The size that they have now, and then now you're trying to integrate much smaller homes into what they have already invested into for years. Do you understand their concern?
I totally understand their concerns, and that's why we're asking for these setbacks, to keep the neighborhood upstanding with well-built homes and to add to the Augusta tax base
All right.
and obey the covenants of the neighborhood.
All right, Mr. Forrest, did
Everybody
you have a
has signed
question?
off on them.
Yep.
Sorry, Mr. Forrest, real fast.
Yes, that was going to be my question. As far as the covenants are concerned, what are the aesthetics relative to the lot itself? You said you're just the seller of the lot?
I'm representing
Right.
LMP Properties.
Right. Which, at this point, you don't have any idea in terms of the floor plan or the size
As long as they follow the covenants.
Yeah.
So that's a no. I'm going to go here to Ms. Chivers, if that's all right.
This question is for you as well. To me,
Yes, ma'am.
have you met with them to really show them what it's going to look like? Because it's going to affect them. I think in all seriousness, before I could vote or move forward, I really feel that you need to meet with that neighborhood association. Let them know what is being built there, because if you were in a neighborhood, you would want to know what's going to be built there and how it's going to affect the value of your property. So for me, I feel that you need to have that meeting with them. I'm sure you all have a neighborhood association, and you all need to reach out and see if you can resolve the issue, because right now, I see the passion there.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Chivers. I'm going to go to Mr. Brigham, and then I'm going to go down to Mr. Pascal.
Mr. Mary, a lot of effort's been made to say, you said that this is the takedown of all the lots in the neighborhood. Are y'all selling all of the vacant lots to this contractor?
Yes, sir. We have 14 lots listed for sale.
And this contractor's buying all 14?
We are not under contract until they know they can.
Until they know about the variance, okay, I understand that. The other question is there a minimum square foot in the covenants of this neighborhood, or do you know?
I need to review the covenants to give you a 100% clear answer.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that I add some clarity to that point. You're telling us that the sale of the 14 lots is contingent upon approval of these variances? Thank you, sir. All right, I'm going to go down to Ms.
Are these you mean all 14 lots, or you mean 11 out of the 14 lots could be sold, but these three would not be sold?
That's correct, but then they would be, without the setbacks, nobody's going to build on them. They will sit there empty.
I understand that. I understand that very much. And And we're trying to work our way through this question.
Yes, sir.
And but we got to focus on 3 lots, not all the vacant lots
Correct.
in the neighborhood. We can only focus on these. And I really think we probably need to postpone this because I think we all have some questions that we don't have answers for.
All right, if you don't mind, can we get a couple of extra questions in before we
I will let you get in as many questions you
All
need.
right, I'm going to take it down to Mr. Pascal.
Are these single storage homes? They got to be 1,400 square feet. They can't be 2-story and 14.
Three homes in the neighborhood.
And they 1,400 square feet y'all building? Are you?
Covenant, I'm asking in the covenants, the minimum.
They 2-story and they 1,400 square feet.
Use the microphone, please. But we can't hear you on the record, so.
I'm trying to visual what y'all building, and we don't have enough information. I don't even think y'all know what y'all building.
Well, we don't, without the setbacks, we don't know what we can work with yet. With the setbacks is a game changer.
Well, you said 1,400 square feet.
I don't recall saying 1,400.
You said 1,400 square feet. That's what
the lots are 12,000.
I don't think he said anything. I think
No, you said the homes was gonna be around 14. That was their issue. The square footage of their home and the square footage of the home you were building.
Is there anywhere in the record where I said that?
I do think that might be just a little bit of a confusion there. I don't believe that he stated, because they don't have floor plans yet, so.
What I'm saying is that's their concern. Their concern is that their homes are 28 or 25 or 2,800 square feet, and he building 14, 17.
No, I certainly understand. I just want to make sure that we set that record straight. Yes, Ms. Williams?
I make a motion to deny the variance request.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. We're going to do a roll call for this, please.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a substitute motion that we didn't postpone to next month to allow Mr. Murray to answer these questions that we keep asking.
There's a substitute motion.
Second.
And a second. That's Mr. Turner for the second, yeah. We vote on the substitute first and then move to the main motion. All in favor of the substitute motion to postpone this and allow time for both parties to meet? Roll call. It's important.
All right, so this is the motion to postpone BZA 2536. All right, Board Member Rowe, how do you vote on the postponement?
Postpone.
Board Member Williams?
No, I'm not for the postponement.
Board Member Brigham?
For the postponement.
Okay, Board Member Forrest?
Postpone.
Postpone, okay. Board Member Morton?
Postpone.
Board Member Chivers?
I'm not for the postpone.
Board Member Turner?
4.
And Board Member Pascal?
Postpone.
Okay, all right, so BZA 2536 has been postponed to October.
To the October meeting. It's going to be October. Yeah. It's still advertised, correct? Yeah, all right.
Okay.
So that'll be a postponement until October. Mr. Brigham?
Mr. Chairman, I also make a motion that we postpone the next 2 items to October.
We have a motion to postpone the next 2 items from the same applicant. Can I get a second?
Second.
Pick anybody. All right, I think in this one we can do a show of hands. All in favor of postponing, postponing the following 2? Mr. Pascal, are you for it? All right, that's unanimous. The next 2 items are going to be postponed to the October meeting as well.
One last question.
Yes, sir.
So I can address this professionally?
Yes, sir.
Is there a best way to communicate?
Through this office.
Would you please email them a list of questions to get to me to answer at the next meeting professionally and bullet
Yeah, if you
point?
could facilitate all your questions, if you'll, excuse me. Excuse me. If you will facilitate all the questions through that office, they'll make sure that you guys can meet in an amicable solution. That's what the office is there for.
It's Chairman.
Yes, they'll help you with that. Yes, Ms. Williams.
He can before we had applicants who actually talked to the objectors, if they can sit down and talk,
They
that
can.
doesn't have to go through the office here with
Right.
the city.
I mean,
They can communicate directly to one another, and sometimes that helps resolve the
does.
issues and answer the questions prior to them coming back.
Absolutely, but when it's in writing, it's much more effective.
My suggestion was the contact
And-
information.
And green space out there could be nice on some of those.
There is a
small
playground
ones. Yeah.
and a community lake and lake house.
All right, we're going to save all that for next month's meeting. We're going to move right along. Anything from the legal department? All right, that means that this meeting is now adjourned.